Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Modded Megaquarium, the brutal campaign mode. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So between episodes I have done a lot of building up here. I haven't done a huge amount of research because we are kind of locked in on the amount of research we can get per day. However, the research for the science has gone very well. As you can see, we're down to the last few here, and then pretty much for the rest of the level, at least until rank 8, we won't need to worry about the science too much. Now I do have an idea about how I actually want to play this level out, and it's very different to what we have here. My basic idea for this one, because we only have one thing, just like the last level, we only had basically one objective to get up to a certain amount of prestige. I think I want to focus on one big major tank and try and get that to be a huge amount of prestige in that one tank, and then we can have different things around the outside of that one tank, which will be some really nice small tanks for some of the more kind of fussy type creatures. And I want to try, because this has been in modded since the very beginning of this campaign, I want to try and house this shark, which we've been looking at pretty much every single level, and we haven't been able to fit it in. We haven't been able to fit it in because it needs a 570 size tank when it's fully grown. There's only 2 tanks we have access to at the moment, both of them modded, that are able to do this. One of them is down here, the mega tunnel tank. Now I would love to use this. This is incredible. However, if we bring this out to its maximum size, because I would definitely want to use this at its maximum size, I mean, we could use it as minimum size, and it'd still be 833. That would definitely be able to fit this thing in. But if you've got one of these mega tanks, why use it at such a small size? Why not use it big? And this would cost 72,000. And I've left this running, it's on day 102 now, and we're only at 53,000. So I don't think this is a very good way of doing it. However, there is another way. We have this 20 diameter round tank here, which is 1033, so we could definitely fit it into there, no problem at all. And we can use this for just 15,480. And so we would be able to use this, but it would mean ripping everything out of here and basically starting anew, which is exactly what we're going to do. So let's cancel that. Romeo has leveled up. You will increase your fixing. There we go. So yeah, we are just gonna I mean, we could wait until these 2 have finished, and then we don't really need to worry about science at all. We can just focus on the ecology stuff. But we are going to have to do a complete rip out and redesign of this place. So no, I am going to do it now. I'm going to get on with it straight away. And we are literally just going to go through here and just press delete on absolutely everything. We're going to be ruthless with this, absolutely ruthless. Because I don't want anything left. We're going to have to expand the room, and because of that, I want as much capital as possible going into this. And you can see some of these things we're getting back 750 on some of them. These ones we're getting back 400 each. Some of these we're getting back 400, some of them we're getting back 900 even on some of them. So, as I've said, this is kind of my playstyle, especially for the campaign, because I want the end result to actually look really quite nice. The stuff in between just kind of goes to make up for the time where you can make it look nice and pretty. And for this level, I think we can do that now. Actually really quite early on, at the beginning of the second episode of this level. And we can get rid of all of these. And all of these as well. Come on, let's go. Thank you. And the podiums, data signs. Get rid of all of that. So, there we go. 115,000 is what we have to play with. So I know that we're going to need to expand a bit. So I'm going to expand a bit in both directions here. Out there and out this way. And I think we're also definitely going to want eventually to expand way out this way. If we grab, actually no, because it's a 20 diameter, it's an even. So we're going to base it around this. So if we place that down just there, that's actually got equidistant between it. That is 4 on every side. So now we have that in the very, very centre. We can say that we want to have, and I suppose if we put that there just as a marker, we're definitely going to want stuff up at the back. So if we have enough space to have some tanks and some pumps at the back there, and we'll just lock that off. In fact, it's supposed to be there, isn't it? So if we lock that off, just delete these. I don't know if that's going to be enough space behind, but it will do for now. Now we're going to take a drastic prestige hit when we reopen this place, probably at the end of this episode, because there's a lot to do with this, to work out with it. But we should quickly be able to make that back. And so I'm going to bring this out as well there. And like that. And again, we'll put a partition wall down this side. And all of these areas are going to be staff areas. We'll have little corner bits here where we can have some kiosks. And again, actually we don't need it here. We can just bring this wall out. Now this is the major part of the capital investment. Once we've got these done, just like that, then we can actually start working on the behind the scenes bits here. I actually prefer this size to these ones, so we're going to expand this out again just a little bit, like that, and again here just a little bit, just to make sure that we definitely have enough space for all of the pumps and everything we're going to need for this. Now we can worry about the extra wall tanks and everything later on. All I want to do at the moment is get this thing up and running. The way we're going to do that, it is a 1032 size. So we're going to get a power pump, and we're going to stick that in just there. We're going to link that onto there. We're going to come into here, and we're going to use some of the major new features that have been added in. We're going to add 2 of these Uber heaters. Now these are 15,000 each, so they're not cheap at all. However, they will serve to actually heat this thing, and we'll be able to put this onto another hot water network. So all of the stuff on this side, for instance, will be tropical water, fish and animals there. And so we will definitely want some heaters or filters, and this is where we're very, very quickly going to run out of money. I'm going to actually add in one of these Uber filters, and that will actually call this good. But it only leaves us with about 12,000 left. And that's to actually fill this. What I'm not going to do for now is any of the background stuff for these 2 bits. That's just the capital investment which has been spent. So we are going to want a couple of staff doors. And in fact, I don't want our staff to be just behind there yet. I want to limit the amount of space they have. So it's just back here and in here. Now we are going to need toilets, we are going to need everything like that, and apparently this tank needs... If it needs one of... if it needs scaffold, then the scaffold should really be at the back here. And we'll need some stairs down to it. Okay. So now we want to put the shark in. So we have, this is going to eat size fish with size 38 or less. There's not much we're going to be able to put in with this. Wow. And crustaceans. So we can fill this up with like starfish, I suppose. Is there anything, can we search for 38? Like 39? 570? No. What active swimmers do we have? Because these are the ones that might be able to fit in. Cool. Okay. I mean, we can have a fair few of these in here, but it's just going to be a shark tank. Wow, these things are bad. Okay. Am I going to regret this decision? I see. Is there actually anything we can put in with these things? They'll eat crustaceans and they will eat fish. They won't eat clams and stuff like that. Looking through here, they won't eat cephalopods, but that is a cold water one. We could try and get a hot water one as well. They won't eat starfish, so we can go for this marbled serpent starfish here. We can get some of those in with it. They need a crystal tank, so they won't go in. And they're cold water anyway. So none of this will actually fit in with them. So the only two things we can have in there at the moment are these marbled starfish and these hammerhead sharks. And these are 3,500 each as well. Bear that in mind. So let's just put one of those in for now. And that money has gone down drastically, hasn't it? I didn't think we would have this much problem with it. Also, just to stop this from them saying this is bare, I'm going to put that one single thing in it just for now. We're going to need this money. We're desperately going to need this money. And I suppose we can actually add in one of these marbled serpent starfish as well. So we'll add one of those in. But that's all we're going to have in there for now. Now this is going to need actually more. Wow. Let's put one of those in. Now that has solved it. Now we do have a nitrate reactor as well if we want to add one in, just to make sure. So we need just 2 rock as well. So with the rock, this is actually quite a nice one for that. So let's go for that. And this is going to look so bare, so ridiculously bare just to start with. So we need herrings and supplement. Now I'm hoping I've done the right thing with this. I've always wanted to do this, but that is such a huge waste of space, basically, isn't it? Both of these give us science output, so we're not going to get any ecology apart from our talks. So our ecology is going to go right down as well. We're going to take a massive, massive prestige hit from this. What did I want? I wanted food. I wanted herring. So we'll put this there. And we want some supplement. We'll put that there. We'll want some toolkits. put those there. We'll put some padded benches down, just to say that we have some. And we will put a podium and some mic headsets in. So that is in here, podium. And this will be right next to a door. One there. And then, we can't actually get to this now. It's within the bounding box of this. So unfortunately we're going to have to move this out of the way so we can get to this and say we want the hammerhead shark talk. Let's do it every day at 12. But we are going to have to move this out of the way and then move this back into place. Just that. And then we can actually put that right at the front there. We can now grab it. That's good. We will link this back onto there. We're happy with the needs of this tank. And we will need some mic headsets. So there we go. We have 2,000 left, and I think it would be a good idea just to get some basic amenities in. So we will want some basic toilets, and then we will want let's see, sponge sink, broom closet, which is just there, and another staff door in just there. And I'm going to press play and I'm going to see how much this tanks everything. Now, it isn't actually doing too badly for prestige. I thought we'd be doing a lot better for that, a lot worse for that. But here we have the big dose of prestige as well from this, but we are down at 0 on our ecology. So let's have a look what is in our messages. Will any of these work for this? And I think the answer is going to be no. Oh, we are actually going to be in real trouble as well with our money, aren't we? Let's just have a look how bad we are at the end of this day. Okay, we are actually positive. That's good. That's very, very good. That means that if we add in a neon tetra tank, what are these? Are these people annoyed that they've heard it so often? Guess what? About the I thought this was... Ah, okay. That's what I meant to do. Apparently when I moved it, it reset itself. Right, so we're going to have to babysit this for a while and make sure that we're okay. Add to this tank as we can. And add a couple of extra tanks in on the side where we can as well. But we do have this as a kind of big main bit here. I've realised we do actually have these a bit wrong as well. We've got 3 on this side and 5 on this side. So I think that's just a matter of positioning that bit better, like that, and then reconnecting that on. Okay. And then has that changed this tank, this over? No, it hasn't. That's good. Right, so let me carry on with this for a while. I'm going to babysit this through the next few days just to make sure everything is okay with it, and I will be back with you in a minute. Okay, it's not pretty, but I've managed to get us up to a place where we are at least stable and making us a little bit of money. Not a huge amount of money, but we are, I mean, 540 in one day is not bad though. That was on a a very cheap day, and on the expensive days we're still just about breaking even. We are making an okay amount of prestige from this one tank, but it is nowhere near what we were before. So I think I want to try and get a bit more ecology into this place so we can start researching some fish which might actually be able to fit in with this. One thing I haven't seen is any that actually would be able to fit in with it. I mean, we know that the starfish and stuff like that will be able to go in, but I haven't actually seen any fish which are big enough to be able to fit in, or any crustaceans. But yeah, the starfish are the things we're definitely wanting to actually research now. So this is a completely different way of playing, and I quite like that. So I think I'm going to pause the game here for a second. We've got actually a semi-decent amount of money. So let's have a look at some of the tanks we could put in. Now, what fish do we actually have access to? I mean, we could just do a big wall tank with a load of these demoiselles that we researched. That might be probably the best way to go at the moment. And in fact, if we... yeah, I think that's what I will do. If we grab one of these nice big sunken wall tank here. Now, how big is this going to be? 5,000. Okay, so we're not there yet. And we could do one which is a bit smaller, but I really want the space for this. I want to try and maximize the amount of ecology we can make from this one tank. So I am going to wait for a bit more. We know that we're going to need about 5,000, but yeah, it's going to be slow going. We're going to need an extra week or so to be able to get this tank in. So after an extra week or so in game, we've been able to get up to the amount that we need. This has grown to its largest size, so we'll grab that, delete that, and now yeah, let's pause the game for a second, and let's actually no, I don't need to pause, because all I'm going to do is grab this tank and put it backstage for now. So we want the sunken deep wall tank, we want it that big, and we want to add this to it. We want to make sure that we've got everything we need for it before we actually put it into place. So both these tanks are still okay, this is fine on this network. We've got plenty of redundancy within the heat and in the filtration, which is good. I was worried that it wouldn't be. So now we need the fish that are going to go into this, and this is where we are going to need to pause the game, because this is where the filtration might mess up as well. So in here, we're going to want, in fact, no, first of all, we'll have a look at this, because we do have a quest here, which gives us 120 base prestige if we have 3 different wimps in this tank. So we will do that. We also have one here which is an active swimmers tank, which is different active swimmers. Now I don't think we're going to be able to do that in this tank, but it does give us 4,000 capital, so we will grab that as well. It means we might be able to take some of these guys as well from the quest here. But first of all, we're going to put in some of these nice fish which are very nice and easy to deal with, and it looks like we're going to have a lot of orange pellets in with this, and we want the ones which will give us ecology. So these are, let's just see if there's any of these which are going to be a problem with each other. We definitely want the wimps and not the bullies. These need to be in freeze. It would be nice to be able to get this in as well with it if possible. Cannot be housed with other groupers, but that's okay. No, because they would eat fish of size 2 or less. That's a shame, I really wanted this one in there. We can put some yellow tangs in there, that's nice. So yeah, let's go first of all with some yellow tangs. We'll get 1, 2, 3 and 4 of those. We will get some azure demoiselle. We will get some king demoiselle. These are the base game fish actually coming into their own here, isn't it? The electric blue damsel, that's a modded one. So we'll go for those. And these should be able to... these are active swimmers actually. 1, 2, 3 of those. So what size are we on here? And yeah, let's get food in as well. So we want green pellets. And we want orange pellets. And that will sort those two out. Oh yeah, and we want to get this up there. So this is size 168. We have 60, size 60 in there. We also want to have a bit of vegetation, so we'll sort that out. Get a feather pura and a rocky overhang, I think. Let's get a thick PVC pipe in there. There we go. So these all should be nice and happy together. None of these actually grow up either. These are all their biggest size. They are all at their final form. So we don't have to worry about anything other than just the raw space in the tank. So we've still got 108 left. Let's have a look at active swimmers. Let's see if we can actually get this done. So we only have these ones at the moment. So we want to have a look for some active swimmers as well for this quest. That's given us 170 ecology. That's not crazy bad, to be honest. But the small amount of stuff we've got in there. We can add these as well. They're size 2. Also, let's have a look what other wimps we have. So we have these ones. They need to be in 9s. Wow, okay. They eat live mysis shrimp. That's going to be a problem. But we are very, very, very good in ecology. And we are rock lovers. They dislike lights. I think I am actually going to... Oh, I'm hardly going to have enough for this. We will see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Cool. Right. Okay. Because we're going to need the live mysis shrimp as well, and that's expensive. Let's see what we can do. We're going to need some more filtration. So no, I'm going to take these out for now, but we will add them in. Okay, and now I'm going to move this into place. So we want a space out of here. And of course, we need to get rid of these lot as well. We'll add that into there. We'll put in, oops, the platform and stairs onto the back of it. And we just got rid of our, what did we get rid of? Mic stands and toolboxes. So we actually only need one mic set. We want the toolboxes, tool stations, and I am going to double up on those. And we want to add this back on to there. Now all of this should be okay. This we can now open, and then when the days tick over, we can see just how much money we're making. We're not going to be using this live mysis shrimp yet, so that is just pure capital investment. And hopefully with the next day we know that we're going to need some more in this. What I'm going to do, because I didn't actually take note of how much we needed, so if we come back into here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we need an extra nitrate filter on here. We need 18 rock and another 18 vegetation. So that's what we're looking for. So if we then delete these again, just for now, we can open this back up. and we can say that if we have another nitrate filter just on there, what I can now do is again come back in here and add these back in. And that's a bit repetitive, but we need to make sure that we're going to be okay with this. See, we're still not there, but we do have 1,199 now, so we can have a look for something which is going to help us with this. See, this will give us some of the stuff we need, including a bit of filtration. So if we add that into there, it's still not quite enough. So I think what we might need to do is, ideally I'd save up for this Uber skimmer, but that's 82,000, it's ridiculous. So if we take out that one we've just added in and add in a large protein skimmer, now that will give us enough, that's good. So we now just need 12 vegetation and how many more of that? 14. So again, ideally we would want one of these nice big things over here. They're like 3,000. Rubble with kelp. That will help us out quite a lot. So we'll add one of those in. So now we just need, what, 10 rock. Now we're not going to do it immediately, but I will be happy to open the place. And I'll get some of these live rocks, because they add a bit of filtration and 2 each. So if we put one of those in now, we'll open this place up, and as we can, we will add these in. And there we go. That's this one open. We will go down, dip down into the minus 1,428. Hopefully we'll be able to make that back up again, and so that we're not just dipping further and further into the red here. If we do, then we are desperately going to need to solve that as quickly as possible, but we are actually now getting an income of ecology again. Let's see, Xavier has leveled up. We're going to ignore the level ups for now. Yes, so we are actually making it positive each day. That's good. Obviously we've spent a huge amount, but we are making 403. So we're going to come out of the red in, what, 3-4 days? And then we will be back fully positive again, which is good. It's now about 4 days in, and we are actually back to being in positive money at the beginning of the day. So I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today. It's been a little bit of a longer episode today, so we know that we're safe with this. I'm just going to change this to every 2 days rather than every 1, make the people a little bit happier. We are actually got a decent amount of prestige as well if we look at this. We still haven't done either of the quests for this, so we only have 2 different types of wimp. So we'll be researching some wimps between episodes as well. I'm also going to wait for a while, get my money up just a little bit more, prettify this up a bit, and make sure everything's good to go for the beginning of next episode. So we don't have to waste a load of time just waiting around. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.